The network section lets you customize your IPv4 settings to suit your infrastructure needs. So what we do is that we first go to Add Network. Then under Add Network, you can input your private IP address. So in this case, it can be 192 for Mombasa, 10.10 for Kiambu, and so on and so forth. And you can even label it Mombasa, Kiambu. So, and most importantly, is that you choose the IP address class based on the number of hosts you want to serve. So if you want to host 8,000, you choose under class B. If you want to host over 16 million, you choose under class A, and so on and so forth. Then you assign the NAS or the MikroTik router, which will act as a DHCP server for that subnet. So in this case, your NAS could be, your MikroTik could be Kiambu if you've chosen the Kiambu IP class. And what this does is that it enables smart segmentation of your network, letting you isolate, scale, and control IP distribution efficiently. Internet tariffs. This is a section where performance meets flexibility. And simply, you just tap on Create Tariff, but I want us to go through one that I've already created. So let me just highlight it here. So here we have the title. You can name your tariff. So in this case, I've named mine 10 Mbps per second. The type could be home package or business package. For pricing, you can write your custom pricing. So let's say, for example, 7,000. And as you can see, the daily charge is automatically calculated. Once you do that, you set the download speed and upload speed. Now mine being 10 Mbps, I've set it to 10,000 kilobytes per second and upload 10,000 kilobytes per second. This is because 1 Mbps or 1 megabytes per second is equals to 1,000 kilobytes per second, hence 10,000 conversion from 10 Mbps. Now, one commonly asked question is what is burst and what is burst download and burst threshold. So what burst does is that it allows users or your clients to temporarily exceed their assigned speed for brief moments, especially during speed tests and quick downloads. And what burst threshold does is that it's a value that determines when a burst of increased bandwidth will be activated. And the burst time is after how long will it be deactivated. So that's the purpose of this. And the beauty of that is that in this case, where we have 10,000 kilobytes per second, the burst download speed should be between 12,000 kilobytes to 15,000 kilobytes. So the recommended burst download should be added by 2,000 or 5,000, depending on whatever speed that you choose. And for the burst threshold, again, remember this one is what activates the burst. So it should be below your package. So in this case, 10,000. So the 10,000 is a package. So the burst threshold, or the one that activates the burst, is 9,000. And the burst time is 10 seconds. So what happens is that after the 10 seconds, it immediately deactivates. Another commonly question that we get is, what is aggregation? Well, aggregation determines how many users share your total upstream bandwidth. So for example, here we have an aggregation of 1:4, and aggregation is equals to total bandwidth divided by sum of all client bandwidth limits. So what does this mean? So in this case, if I have 4 clients who are using 10 Mbps package, they are all sharing this 10 Mbps. And the recommended ratio is that 1:4 to 1:8 for residential users. And for premium and business users, it is 1:1 or 1:2. Now, what this does is that these settings strike a balance between performance and fairness, boosting responsiveness without compromising network stability. And what this does is that it ensures you're not overloading your network while you're still maximizing profitability. And an add-on to this is that you can choose to make this internet tariff available in customer portal, allowing users to change their own plans directly, enhancing self-service and satisfaction. That is the internet tariffs. Monitor hotspot performance in real time, sessions, usage, and revenue. Hotspot Insights Live. Offer flexible plans from hourly passes to data bundles or speed tiers. Plan for every need. Create and send vouchers instantly. And brand your captive portal to match your identity. Track trends, set payment options, customize the entire user experience. Data-driven decisions. Under hotspot settings, general, here you can input your hotspot name, you can have your contact list, link, and you can input your user information on how to join your hotspot. Then under preferences, you can input your payment method, so it can be Kopo, Safaricom, or whatever payment method that you use. And then you can set your voucher expiration. So here, the voucher can expire after login, or it can expire after creation. So scenario 1, after login, is once your hotspot user buys a voucher code, it starts the expiration count once that user logs in using that particular code. But if in the second scenario where it expires after creation, that means if your user purchases a code and then does not use it, he or she might find that code has already expired, because expiration count starts after creation. Then you have the voucher code. It can be numeric, it can be mixed, and it can be words. So I prefer numeric, so I always set it to numeric. Then the number of characters, we recommend a maximum, we recommend a minimum of 6, but I usually put 9 and above, just to have more combinations, so that at no point in time will the vouchers repeat themselves. And then lastly, your hotspot needs to have your customized banner. So this is what lets your users know this is your hotspot, and that is why you can input your banner image. Administration. This is where access control and accountability are managed. Under users, you can create platform users and assign them roles such as manager, technicians, or marketer. And here, passwords are auto-generated and securely handled. Under roles, so let me just highlight it. We can just go create a new role. And here we can name it admin, marketer, technician, or any role name that you can think of. And what you've done at My Simple ISP is that we have defined access down to the smallest feature, making access management extremely customizable. And if you want predefined roles, you can simply choose the super admin or the manager role, which are already set for quick deployment, and more to come. Under permissions, the permission section gives you a complete list of features available in the system. You can toggle access to these features per role, giving fully flexibility to structure user access. And then lastly, under activity logs, every action taken by a user is logged. From logins to changes in settings, activity logs provide a clear audit trail, helping you ensure system transparency and accountability. And track every action with detailed activity logs for full transparency. Total accountability.